In Donald Trump's Delulu land, the war in DR Congo has ended after the US helped broker a deal between the DRC and Rwanda. But here on planet Earth, the fighting is still raging in the Central African country. In recent weeks, violence has surged in the Democratic Republic of Congo. Rebel groups have been fighting for power, for control of its mineral-rich eastern region. More than 50 people have been killed this week. This happened in an attack by an ISIS-backed rebel group. Meanwhile, things are not going well with the Rwanda-backed group, M23. A peace deal has faltered. Talks were supposed to be held in Qatar this week between the M23 and the DRC government. But the rebel group never showed up. Here's a report.
This is the Democratic Republic of Congo, the second largest country in Africa. This Central African nation is rich in minerals, and it has been dogged by conflict for more than 30 years, since the 1994 genocide in Rwanda. While central authorities have struggled to hold on to power, many armed groups have competed for the resource-rich eastern DRC. The most prominent among them is the militant group M23. Fighting escalated in January this year, when the M23 captured large parts of the eastern region, including the regional capital Goma. Since then, the conflict has simmered. M23 has made rapid advances. The instability has resulted in thousands of deaths and left a trail of failed peace talks. This led to an intervention by Qatar. After mediation by Qatari officials, hope returned to the DRC last month. M23 and the government signed a ceasefire agreement in Doha. This was seen as a step towards a permanent peace deal. Earlier this week, a draft agreement of the prospective deal was reportedly shared with both the parties. And on Monday, negotiations were set to resume in Qatar. The peace deal was supposed to be signed, but M23 representatives never made the trip. They walked away from the peace talks. Why is that? Apparently, because the Congolese government doesn't want peace. This is what the M23 is saying. They claim that government forces continue to attack rebel positions. They have accused the authorities of not respecting the previous ceasefire deal, which was mediated by the US. They say that until this happens, there will be no peace deal. But the government has denied this accusation. They have accused the M23 of launching attacks regularly, including almost daily attacks in the North Kivu and South Kivu provinces. These are the two regions where M23 has been making major advances. As tensions continue between the DRC army and the M23, the country has seen renewed violence by other rebel groups, including the ISIS-backed Allied Democratic Forces, or ADF. Recently, they targeted the Beni and Lubero territories in the eastern North Kivu province. They kidnapped people, looted and burned homes, and killed at least 52 civilians. Last month, the same group stormed a Catholic church, opened fire on worshippers, and killed nearly 40 people. As violence surges, the government is scrambling to control the situation by shifting focus on peace deals. The agreement with M23 has already faltered. Now, another peace deal hangs in the balance. The agreement between Rwanda and DR Congo. Rwanda has been widely accused of backing the M23, which it denies. In June, the US brokered a peace deal between the two countries. President Donald Trump called it a glorious triumph, which could grant Washington access to DR Congo's vast mineral wealth and potentially stop fighting in the region. But amid the increase in violence, many fear that the talks could get derailed. So as the government trades blame with rebel groups, conflict in the DRC oscillates between simmering and surging, and peace has been put on the back burner.
Firstpost now available in 9 languages on YouTube. English,
At $36 trillion.
French,
Le FMI, comme
German,
Geschäftsführenden Direktor,
Hindi,
$30 trillion ka-charge ho.
Indonesian,
Pemerintah tanpa pemeriksaan.
Italian,
Sekali radikali.
Japanese,
4 兆ドル以上も
Portuguese,
por causa do próprio balanço patrimonial.
Spanish.
Beautiful bill.
Go to Settings, click on Audio Track and select a language of your choice. Be the first to know what's happening around you in your first language. Firstpost.